Hi, welcome to the Commissioner's Report. I'm your host, Jeff Foley, and I'm joined by District 4 Commissioner Martha Santiago. Thank you for being here today.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure to be here, so thank you for the invitation.
So we're going to talk a litgoing to bit today about the growth in Polk County.
Okay.
Which I think it's fair to say that it's been explosive. Would you agree?
I'm going to have to agree with you. It has been very explosive.
So I was looking at numbers, and it looked like from 2010 to 2035, we would grow by about 400,000 people in Polk County. To what do you attribute that growth?
Well, there's a lot of things that attribute to that growth, and looking at the year 2035, I'm going to say we're going to reach 1 million people before that time. I've always said it from the beginning. The way that people are coming to Polk County, we're going to exceed that number really, really quickly. When I think about it, I think a lot of us are coming for the same reasons that I came back in the 1980s. It's the quality of life that you have in Polk County. It's the fact that you're between two major cities also that helps you with, I don't know, going to theaters, going shopping and things like that. And people just like what they see in Polk County. We're having more businesses coming in here, where the education is moving on forward. So there's a lot of reasons why people want to move. Probably one of the biggest one is safety. People just like the fact that, of course, everybody knows Sheriff Grady Judd, but the fact that he tries to keep us safe.
And he does a great job at it.
Yeah, he does a great job at it, absolutely.
So it's about 80 people per day moving to Polk County. And I think, as you're aware, I sit in on the board meetings every other week and hear some of the issues that come before the board. Is it fair to say that Polk County is a little bit of a crossroads, where it's been rural in the past and it seems to be moving away from being a rural community?
Well, the county is a very large county, over 2,000 square miles in the county. So you have, in the county, you have a variety of living areas, of experiences, of rural, urban. You go to Lakeland, a lot of the Lakeland is very urban. Winter Haven is probably moving towards that way. But if anybody wants to live out in the country and enjoy just the life of being out in the open, there's a lot of pockets in the area. If you go into the south part of Polk County, it's like that, and a lot of the east part of the county is that. So I think people, when they move here, they can choose what kind of lifestyle they want, where they want to live at.
And as a commissioner, what type of things do you need to think about to prepare for the constant influx of people? How do you prepare?
Well, that's a really big question there. It would take me forever to answer. But let me just say that for me, anyway, when I look at the number of people, over 80 people moving to Polk County a day, I think about the services that the people are going to need. The more people we have, the more services we need. For example, more ambulances, because 911 is called and people want them there immediately. Fire stations, more police controlled. So those needs, water, electricity, all of that, it makes a big demand on the county and how we're going to meet those particular needs. That's not even looking at infrastructure that we have to look at, but I'm just talking about more people, more needs. And so keeping up with those needs are very important.
And do you feel confident that Polk County can continue to do that each year?
So far, we're doing really, really good. We have the water cooperative that's looking at water issues and making sure that we have enough water, and what can we start doing now to make sure that is contained. Sheriff Grady Judd does an outstanding job with the police, and we want to make sure that he continues to do well, and that means that we need a budget. We need to make sure that he has the money to do that. We've committed to 12 additional fire stations throughout the county, so we're very comfortable in those areas. The only area that I must say that we're behind, and probably will never catch up is infrastructure. It's the roads, especially in the Northeast area. That is probably the most difficult area to work on, and the most expensive one, because building roads nowadays is extremely, extremely expensive.
And it's interesting because I know the Roads and Drainage Division just won the Sorensen Award and are using very advanced technologies, have doubled the number of roads that they're treating over the last 7 years. But it must be a challenge to keep up with.
Well, yeah, and we've made a lot of progress. So you're absolutely right. I mean, we're not where we were a couple of years ago. We have to make progress, and technology is helping us do that very much. So not only are we're making progress, but we're more efficient in what we do. So a lot of the monies, and talking about growth, you have to talk about budget. A lot of the monies that come into to Polk County go right back out to serve the needs of the people. But one of those needs is that we need to get better, and technology is very, very important and also very expensive. But nowadays you need that technology to improve your infrastructure.
And I think I just saw that Polk County received 2 grants from the state for $4.1 million to give people access to broadband as well, which will be very important.
Absolutely. Broadband is another thing. And we experienced during the COVID time how limited we were with the broadband, and how different pockets of our county were having extreme difficulty, especially with people that had to go to work from their homes remotely, and all of a sudden they couldn't do it because of the connection. So yes, broadband is extremely important, especially as we keep growing.
Do you feel like there's enough jobs here for the people that keep coming?
Well, the latest statistics that I saw was that we're at 2.4 unemployment rate, and I think that's phenomenal for Polk County. I remember living here back in the 90s when the unemployment rate was huge. So I'm really glad to see that. But another aspect of that, which is very important for me, as the people come here, the people need jobs, and we have economic development councils, whether it's city or the county, that is helping out bringing industries into Polk County. And we're just having a huge amount of industries come in here. High wage, high paying jobs, career ladder jobs that people can go to. So when, another thing is when you just see a warehouse, don't think it's just behind the scenes, it's just a typical warehouse. The technology behind these closed doors is amazing. So anyway, jobs are coming into Polk County, and that's what we need. So yeah, 2.4, I think we're doing pretty good. We just need to continue, because with 80 people coming a day, we need to make sure that we have jobs for people to work in. I don't want to see people going to Orlando and Tampa to work. I wanted to stay here in Polk County, work here, live here, and prosper here.
Well, I feel like you are attending a groundbreaking every other week for a new business or a new hospital, or so that things must be happening, which is wonderful.
Absolutely. Just last week, just to name 2 particular, one, the hydrogen business that's coming to, I think it's Fort Meade. That's going to be huge. And I just attended another one where Advent Health is opening a new facility. Is building a new facility, what they're eventually going to be calling a medical campus in the southeast part of Winter Haven, which will take care of all that area. Again, more people coming in, more services are needed, more jobs are needed, and more investments are made in Polk County, which is great.
Personally, I can't wait to see what happens in the next 10 to 15 years here in Polk. Is there anything that you'd like to add to the conversation? Anything else you feel like we should talk about?
Well, I think it's important that we continue to promote the quality of life that we enjoy in Polk County, and that yes, we're going to have more people, yes, we're going to have congestion, yes, we're going to have to keep up with the roads and things like that, but the quality of life in Polk County, it is the best place to raise your family, to live, to play, to work. And my job, my role is to make sure that Polk County stays the best county that it can be, and that's what I strive for every single day.
We have more parks and more water than any place I've ever been in my life, and people are always utilizing them. We have great restaurants, we have music, so you're right, there is a lot to enjoy.
It's a lot to celebrate of Polk County, and I'm glad I live here, and I'm glad that I am a commissioner and I can serve the people of Polk County.
Well, thank you for a wonderful conversation as always. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm your host, Jeff Foley. This is the Commissioner's Report. Please tune in next time. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to subscribe and like our social media.